Hello everyone, Chuck Northside Guy back after a summer vacation hiatus, a trip to the National here in Chicago, my hometown. We'll cover some of that in a separate video, but I have just felt compelled to do a video about Mike Trout cards, and it seems that it's a topic that a lot of people want to talk about, and no surprise, really. His 2019 season, he's just tearing it up. As of today, August 12th, he has a .297 batting average, an OPS of 1107, 39 home runs, 92 ribbies, and he's a WAR machine. He has a 7.6 WAR, leading the major leagues, and in the all-time career WAR leaders list, he is moved from approximately 146 to a current position of 90 all-time. 146 to 90 just in this season. Absolutely remarkable. So it raises a question. Maybe it's a blinding glimpse of the obvious. What about Mike Trout cards? And yesterday, I think we were all blown away when Filmington came out with that amazing video sharing with us his latest find, a 2009 Bowman Chrome auto of Mike Trout. Absolutely stunning. He took us all to finishing school with that card. Boy, that's an amazing find. You see he has quite a few other cards of Trout in that video as well. But really, a shout out to Filmington, an amazing acquisition. Thank you for sharing with us. Really remarkable. Also, discussion of Trout rookie cards. In this case, a 2009 Topps update appeared in one of Baseball Collector's videos, in which he shared he picked up a Gem Mint 10 2011 Topps update and wanted to know if he, from us, the viewers, if that was a good idea. He basically put together a deal of a couple of cards and some cash to roll it all together into a Gem Mint 10. The answer, Mike, is absolutely that was a great idea. What we're seeing is PSA 10 versions of Mike Trout rookie cards. In this case, 2011 cards are just shooting up in real time. And I'd like to kind of focus on that a little bit. I generally don't like to talk about card collecting as an investor because I just enjoy it so much as a collector. For example, let me just give you a real-time example. At the National, I finished up collecting my 1975 Topps, and I'll share that in another video. Not PSA graded, ungraded, but that was the set that, as a boy, got me into collecting when I was a little boy. And now, over the past year, I've upgraded my set into a near mint version in plastic sheets, just for my pleasure. I don't ever intend to sell it. I simply love collecting those cards. And other cards as well. I've shared some 1933 Gaudis and other videos. But there also is a hat we can wear as investor. And in this video, I wanted to really focus on, let's call it the Mike Trout rookie set starter kit. And those aren't my words. In the August SMR, on page 140 and 141, I'm sure you saw the article, lists 4 cards, all 2011, for the Mike Trout rookie set. You see 3 versions of them here. The 4th is the 2011 Topps Finest. I don't have that appearing here. So what about these cards? We certainly saw finishing school. What about starter school? And these cards aren't cheap. I purchased a few of them at the National, and I noticed the prices were all over. In some cases, they were overpriced. No surprise. But in a few cases, as with the Bowman Chrome, the Bowman Chrome Draft, these here, they were actually, I saw cards that were underpriced, meaning on eBay, they were eclipsing $400 on a regular basis, and I was finding them for $325 and $350 at the show, so irresistible there. In other cases, no surprise, everybody is in love with this, and for good reason. It's a wonderful-looking card. It's popular. And then in the PSA SMR article, this is the one that really blew me away. This card, the 2001 Bowman Chrome. Let's get into some data here so I can make my case for you. And I really think the time is now if you want to get into these cards. It's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any cheaper. So if you're going to wear your investor hat with Mike Trout and the 2009 Bowman Chrome are just too expensive, hop on board some of these because these are flying up the charts really quickly. So we initially have to look at this when we're putting on our investor's cap. What is scarcity? None of these. This is a base Chrome, base update, base Chrome draft that you're seeing in front of you. So not a refractor, not one of the colors, just a base. Yet these base cards are not especially as scarce. In the case of PSA and BGS, when you add together all the cards they've graded, both services, they've graded 11,472 cards of the Topps update. They've graded combined 4,457 of this Bowman Chrome draft. And they've graded 2,668 combined of the Bowman Chrome. Now you'll notice the numbers are very different there. 11,500 approximately, 4,400 approximately, and 2,600 approximately. You see a wide variation, and it's the base card. In PSA, let's look at some pricing. So PSA is what I've decided to collect in this Mike Trout rookie set. And in a PSA 10, the pricing is is as follows. These cards of the Bowman Chrome draft in a PSA 10 are appearing at about $350 in the latest SMR. When you look at eBay and break down the recent auctions, they're breaking $400, as I mentioned earlier, on a regular basis. The Topps update, I purchased these two, for example, last year for about $450, are now selling for about $950 to $1,000 regularly. And then I'd like to share with you what's going on here with the Bowman Chrome. PSA is listing them as 600 in their recent SMR. They do note in the article that it's a comparatively small population of PSA 10, and probably because these black edges make chipping pretty common. But PSA is graded 1,265 of the Bowman Chrome Trouts and awarded just 395 of them PSA 10. In the last SMR, listed at 600. I've done the analysis of auctions on eBay and sales on eBay, and I'd like to provide the data for this card because I think this one has the most lift in it going forward here, and I want to draw your attention to it. Now, you might say, well, Chuck, you're talking your book. Maybe, but I want to bring it to everyone's attention because I think there's a real supply and demand issue. Earlier in this video, I mentioned the numbers of cards graded, not especially limited in the supply, but think about demand for Trout. Think about how that demand is going to go up. Think about that demand across the three generations in this hobby. We saw it at the National. Older, older, I'm older, boomers, Xers, people getting into the hobby. He's playing today. We're watching this generation's Ruth Mantle, one of the greatest of all time, and he's still piling up the numbers. And you have, you have 11,400, you have 4,400, you have 2,600, 2,700 there. Think of all the demand of those collectors. And a lot of people are going to want to own the very best real estate, card real estate, and that's a PSA 10 or a BGS 9.5 or a Pristine. And that's just not enough supply to go all around, in my opinion. And I think that's obviously what's behind the increase. So in June, auctions for PSA 10 versions, on average, there were 12 auctions and sales. Here, I'm just going to focus on it while we talk about it because it's a gorgeous card too. There were 12 sales of this card, the 2011 Bowman Chrome, average price of $650. In July, there were 13 sales, average price $665. This month, to date, there have been 11 sales on eBay recorded, and it's August 12th, so we're not even half a month. 11 sales, average price $730. So I think the case there is very strong demand, increasing prices, and I don't see how prices go down if he continues this pace in 19 and wins an MVP. I don't think we have to remember he still has many years, presuming good health, of this kind of production or something like it ahead of him. So, gentlemen, that's the case I just wanted to bring to your attention today. I'm going to get these in the vault. I have a few others that I haven't shown. I just don't have the right camera equipment to show all of them. But I purchased multiple versions. I'm wearing my collector hat, but I'm also wearing my investor hat here. This is one to get and put away in your safe deposit box for a while. And I bet 10 years down the road, you're going to be very happy you did. Prices aren't getting cheaper. He's continuing to play real ball, amazing ball, and I think this is a great investment opportunity. Hope you enjoyed this profile of Mike Trout 2011 Starter Kit Rookie Cards. Take care, everyone.